What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Chase. I'm an American psychologist. Now, most of the videos I do on this channel are unstructured, which is just conversations, me asking questions. This is actually a structured interview. These are questions that I have come up with over the years that I use in therapy on occasion. But again, this is not therapy. This is just me talking to a volunteer that's willing to do this. This is just two people talking. But it entails 8 sections that encompass all aspects of someone's life. Each question, though, is either answered with one word, a couple words, or one sentence. So pretty reactionary, whatever first thing that comes to mind. And the whole point is just to stimulate a little bit deeper thought on your life. Maybe you realize some things that you didn't, so increase self-awareness and self-insight. And I'll have a little kind of breakdown at the end as well, just my thoughts and maybe what I think is going on with this person. And the other thing too, like I said, this isn't therapy, but maybe you get a better idea of what it might be like to be a psychologist and what it's like going through a structured yet informal psychological interview. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and mahalo. All right, brother, your name, age, and where are you from?
John Baptist. I'm 22 years old, and I'm from Virginia.
Virginia boy. Okay. John, fill in the blank for me with one word. Life is blank.
Fun.
People are blank.
Unexpected.
The world is blank.
Mean.
You more extroverted or introverted, or a combination of both?
Combination.
Okay. Which narrative fits your life best so far? I'm going to give you 3 phrases. Life is amazing. Life is hard. Life has its ups and downs.
Life has its ups and downs.
Okay. Finish the sentence. My mental health is blank.
Rocky.
Okay. My physical health is blank.
Mediocre.
Social media is blank.
No good.
No good. I say 2 parental figures, but this could be just 2 people that had a really big impact on your life, either negative or positive, both ways. I want you to think of 2 people, and I want you to think of 3 words to describe each one of those persons. So person number 1, 3 words to describe them.
Intelligent. Old.
Okay.
Loving.
Okay. What about number 2?
Loving. I'll say caring. Dependable. Reasonable.
Okay. Sounds like good people. Finish this in a couple of words. My childhood was blank.
Hard. Well, a couple words.
Yeah, hard's fine. 1 word's fine.
Okay.
Adolescence, middle school, high school was blank.
So middle school and high school, or middle school?
Adolescence, it's both, either one. Yeah, overall.
Oh, okay. It was fun.
Adulthood is blank.
Difficult.
Relationships in my life are blank.
Up and down.
Up and down. Do you prefer being alone or being around people? What's kind of like the percentage that works best for you?
With people.
How much of the time would you want to be around people versus be alone if you gave it a percentage? 80% with people, 20% alone, something like that?
About 80%.
Okay, about 80%.
Yeah.
In 1 or a couple words, thoughts on alcohol?
Occasionally.
Marijuana?
If it was legal everywhere. For every job.
Tobacco?
Disagree, but I do it.
Okay. Your relationship with food in 1 sentence?
I can eat one time a day. I don't really enjoy food.
Really? Okay.
I just eat.
Is it easy for you to relax or is it difficult?
Difficult.
Okay. When you get stressed or feel uneasy, do you feel any tension in your body? Like, does it affect your body at all?
Absolutely.
Yes. Any particular spot that it hits you?
Right in the chest.
Right, right in the chest. Me too, man.
Right in the chest.
Yeah. All right. Emotional regulation skills. We're getting close. One is no control. You can't control emotions at all. And 10 is, man, I'm stoic. I'm always in control of my emotions. Where do you fall? Most of the time on average.
Can I ask?
Sure.
Like, so like emotional with life, or like just like a one scenario?
I just say on average, but yeah, are you mostly in control of your emotions the majority of the time, or do they kind of take over? One is
They,
they take over. 10 is you have complete control.
I can't control them all the time. No.
So what would be the number?
Uh, like a 1 out of 10 kind of thing.
Yeah, one is no control. 10 is complete control over your emotions.
Oh, okay. 5.
5. Social skills. Same thing. 1 to 10. 1 is you're terrible. You can't talk to a dog. 10 is you can talk to anybody, anytime, anywhere.
I say about 8.
Hey, good. Do you have the quality of conversations you want to have in your life, or are they lacking?
They're lacking.
Lacking. Sex drive. 1 is very low. 10 is very high. Where would it fall?
All day, baby.
Regrets. 1 is, I don't really have any regrets ever, and 10 is, man, I think about things that I wish I could do over all the time.
A 2. I don't have that many.
Good. How do you learn most effectively? Are you self-taught, or do you prefer to have somebody kind of show you how to do things?
Self-taught.
Self-taught. Do you prefer to have things planned or leave things wide open?
Planned.
Planned. If things are wide open, does it give you stress?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you focus, or do you get distracted pretty easily?
I can focus.
Can you focus on things that do not interest you, that you have to get done?
That don't interest me, that I have to get done?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Do you feel like you get things done in an appropriate time?
Yes, I have to. I feel like I have to.
Yeah. As far as adversity goes, like getting through difficult times, 1 is like, I'm terrible. I always fall on my face. And 10 is, yes, I push through anything. Where do you fall 1 from 10 with adversity?
7.
That's good. Work-life balance. Do you feel like it's balanced, your work life and your personal life?
Yes.
Is one harder to manage than the other, personal or work, or about the same?
Personal.
Personal. Is it easy for you to say no?
Half of the time. Half the time, I would say. I
Do you,
can't say no on everything.
okay. Do you say yes too much?
Yes. Yeah. So
You just did
yeah.
it.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Are you a good listener?
Yeah.
In most of your conversations, who talks more, you or the other person? And can you give me a percentage? Like, I talk 60% of the times and I'm listening 40%. Like, where do you think it falls?
In most conversations, I'd say so. Me talk.
You're either talking or listening.
60%.
Okay.
60%.
Okay, pretty close to 50. All right. What age was the best time in your life?
Around 18.
Give me one sentence as to why.
No freedom.
Freedom.
We'll just say freedom.
Age that was the most difficult time in your life, in one sentence as to why.
25.
25. One sentence why.
I said I was 22, but I meant to say 25.
Oh,
25.
okay. It's okay. Difficult times. All right.
Yeah.
When this life's over with, when we pass on, do you believe there's something else, something beyond this life, or you just go into the darkness?
Wait, say it again. Sorry.
When we die, Do you believe there's something else, another life, a heaven, a God, a energy transference, or do you believe it's just darkness?
I believe there's something.
Okay. Okay. At this moment in time with your life, are you content with it or discontent?
I'm con- I'm content. I would say
You're content.
more content than anything. Yeah.
All right. Well, you survived it, brother. So that's just kind of one or two questions after. Is saying things out loud different than just having the thoughts in your head?
Yeah.
Any part of this interview stand out to you? Like, did it evoke an emotion or make you think a little deeper on your life? Anything in particular?
I mean, it definitely it definitely made me think. So it was hard to differentiate like if what I'm going through right now based off my entire life, like kind of thing. So it's kind of hard like to base the emotion or the answers
Yeah.
off of what I'm doing now. But uh,
All right, we're going to go through the answers that John gave us and just pick it apart a bit to see what we can tell about some of his answers and about who he is as a person. Now, he's 22. He's a bit younger. And the first section, life is fun. People are unexpected. The world is mean. Life is fun. And I think we could kind of tell that in the interview that there was some optimism that radiated from him. But having the world is mean in the end is shows that there's definitely been some difficult times in his life. Claims to be introverted and extroverted, a bit of both. A lot of people are, skills in each. Um, Narrative that best fits your life. He said ups and downs, which is inherent of, hey, I see the good and bad in things. Mental health, he says, is rocky. And again, we're not picking at someone's mental health here, but I like the one word answer. It's just like, yeah, it's been tough. He's 22. He's got a family. He's figuring it out. Physical health, mediocre. And that kind of ties into his answer later on with food, which we'll get into. Social media, he says, is no good, even though we're talking on social media. And yeah, it can be good, it can be bad. The biggest part probably that stood out to me at the time when I was listening was the two figures in his life. He described them as intelligent, old, caring, dependable, reasonable. Done these interviews with a lot of people, and a lot of times, I mean, the words speak volumes. You got 3 words to describe someone, you're going to take your time, and people usually do. And all these are pretty nurturing, you know? So if these people had the biggest impression on his life, it's got to be a good sign. Childhood was hard. Adolescence was fun. Adulting is difficult. So a bit of both. And again, we kind of get that answer earlier on with the world is, what did he say? The world is mean. So life has had its ups and downs for him. Relationships, he says up and down. He likes being around people, 80-20 split. This varies for everybody, but social person gets his energy from the people that are around him. Substances, alcohol occasionally, marijuana, he thinks it should be legal, and he smokes, but he knows that he shouldn't. Um, oh, the other big part that stood out to me was the food question. 1 meal a day, and I don't get enjoyment out of eating. That was really interesting. And when I ask about the somatic symptoms, do you ever feel it in the body? Yes, absolutely. I feel stress in the body. Where do you feel? I feel it in my chest. I would probably argue too, if we talk to him more, you feel it in your stomach, brother. That's why you're not hungry. Your stomach probably turns off. That's where the tension and anxiety goes. So what we can pick apart so far, it's not really hitting him in the head as much as it is in the body. Interesting. Difficult for him to relax. I should have asked a little bit more about that and what he does to relax. But he said, it's difficult for me to relax. Emotional regulation skills, he said 5. I should have clarified that better. I'll get better at that. But somewhere in the middle, sometimes I struggle, sometimes I don't. Social skills were high at 8. He says, hey, I'm good with people. Sex drive is, he says, high as it gets. But no regrets. So, yeah, good social skills, high sex drive, no regrets. He's an honest man. Prefers to be self-taught. Likes things planned. Interesting when things aren't planned and wide open. Yeah, that stresses me out. So likes structure, likes order to his life. A lot of people are like that. Can focus when he needs to. Can focus on things that he doesn't find interesting. Gets things done in an appropriate time. And on the adversity scale, 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, he's a 7. So pretty confident in what he's been through so far. Feels that work life is balanced. Personal is a bit harder. This is the other part that stood out to me. Is it easy for you to say no? Half the time. So kind of like, yeah, sure, I'll help you out. Do you say yes too much? Yes. Interesting. So the food and the world and just saying yes too much. He came across to me as a nice guy, and I could see him being, oh yeah, sure, I'll help you with this. Oh no, I'll help out. So maybe having trouble kind of setting boundaries sometimes when possibly these are assumptions. Believes he's a good listener, and I love this question. How much do you talk in your interactions with people? He said 60-40, and what you will find most of the time is the people that tend to be pretty in the middle, life has got its ups and downs, tend to be pretty stable. It's closer to 50-50. At least that's what I've seen. Most best time in his life was 18 when he's got his freedom. 22 now, he's struggling a bit, but still has his optimism. Believes in a higher power, something of spiritual essence or something beyond this, and content with his life so far. Overall assessment of John, I think he's got a good foundation. I think he's had some good times. I think he's been kicked in the teeth somewhat. I think it's interesting. The food thing stands out to me the most. I think his stress, all these symptoms that manifest in the head for a lot of people hit him in the body. He says the chest, which is quite common. I get that too. But if he's eating one meal a day and gets no enjoyment out of food, I would probably argue that, hey man, a lot of the tension in your life that's going to your chest, it's probably also going to your stomach. It's a masculine trait. Not always for men, but it's quite common. I would know because it hits me in the stomach as well, and sometimes I lose my appetite. That's things that go out. But overall, handling life pretty well. I appreciated the balance that he had. Seems like a well enough adjusted person that has gone through some ups and downs in life. So that's the assessment of John. Please tune into the next one. Mahalo.